If you're booking $3,000, $5,000, $7,000 weddings and you're still sweating putting new camera gear on a credit card, why? Why is that? It's because your business has a leak, and I can tell you exactly where it is. Here's the part that's going to mess with you a little bit. You thought you made $5,000 per wedding. You didn't. You collected $5,000, and those are very different things, because the second that money comes in, it starts going right back out. Second shooters, editing, software, gear, taxes, travel, insurance. Ugh, nobody wants to talk about taxes until it's too late, and about 40 hours of your actual time. And what's left? It's almost always way less than you think it is, sometimes a lot less. I've had photographers come to me feeling like they were doing okay, booked out, respected, feeling busy. And when we actually looked at their numbers, they were making way less per hour than they made at their old 9 to 5. And this is the dangerous part, because from the outside, your business looks successful, but underneath, the math isn't mathing. In the last video, I showed you one of the biggest leaks. You built the business where you only get paid once. So yes, back-end revenue absolutely matters. Album, wall art, all of it. Legacy clients, client journey matters. But even before all of that, we have to fix something more foundational. Because if your pricing is broken at the start, nothing else will fix it. Not more weddings, not more leads, not better marketing. The question is not what can I change? The real question is, what does this wedding actually need to be worth for me to make real money? And most photographers have never answered that question. They guessed, they copied, they picked a number that felt safe and hoped it would work. That's like opening up a restaurant and saying, I think I'll charge $18,000 for this plate. Feels about right, without knowing what the ingredients cost, what your rent is, what your payroll is, or whether you're making any money at all. It's not a real business. That's a hobby with expenses. So let's actually walk through this. And fair warning, it is a lot of math, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. Before we even get to the math though, I want you to do something really, really simple, but really important. And I don't want you to overthink this. I want you to ask yourself, what number per year would make me feel okay? Like, not stress, not constantly thinking about money, not wondering if I need to book more weddings just to feel safe. What number would let you breathe a little easier, stop stressing every single time it's slow, maybe quit a job you don't want anymore, or finally feel like your photography business is actually working out? For some of you, that number might be $80,000 a year. It might be $100,000, $150,000, $250,000. There's no right answer, but there is a wrong approach, and that's not having a number at all. Whatever that number is, write it down. You're going to come back to this, because if you don't know what you're aiming for, you will build a business that just stays busy instead of profitable, right? Just busy with no key progress indicator that's getting closer to your version of success. One of my clients told me, I thought I was in a good place with all my pricing and strategy, but I didn't realize how much better it could be. And once you have that success number, now we can actually do the math backwards, because your pricing shouldn't just be based on what feels good or what others charge or what you think people will pay. It should be based on what does each wedding need to be worth for me to actually hit that number. So step one, you start with your package price. Let's just say you charge that $5,000 per wedding. That is not your profit. That is your gross revenue. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know. Step two, subtract your hard costs. Your second shooter, assistant, editing or outsourcing album costs, insurance, travel, software, payment processing, gear plus repairs and upgrades, computer, memory, storage, ads, marketing efforts, networking events, continuing education, coaching. Let's just say all of that, about $2,000. Now you're at $3,000 left. Step three is taxes. Yes, we're doing that now instead of having April panic mode. So let's just say 30% of that, it's about $1,000. Now you're roughly at $2,000. Step four is your time, not just the wedding day, but everything else. So the emails, marketing, invoices, consult calls, timeline planning, shooting, culling, editing, delivery, album revisions, admin. Let's just say 40 hours. And honestly, that's conservative. Step five is you take that $2,000 and you divide it by 40 hours. That's about $50 an hour. And at first, that's that's like, oh, okay, $50 an hour. Until you realize we didn't even fully account for your full overhead, your website, your accountant, your unpaid time, your life. That number drops and it drops fast. But let's just pretend you did take home $2,000 per wedding. Now let's add up how many weddings you need to get to your goal number that you wrote down. Let's just say that goal number was 100K. That's 50 weddings. One wedding every single weekend. Don't worry, you'll get off for Thanksgiving and New Year's, maybe. And if your pricing is lower than that, or if your hours are more, if your costs are maybe a little bit messier than you originally thought they were, like some of you are not running a profitable business. You're running a very expensive, very time-consuming treadmill. This is where some people go, okay, I just need to raise my prices. Well, based on what? A feeling, a competitor, a vibe? No, because real pricing isn't just what should I charge for 8 hours? It's what do I want to take home annually? How many weddings do I actually want to shoot? What's my real cost per job? What's my profit margin? What's my back end potential? What's my tax strategy? What's my business structure? And how does all of that connect together? And this is why inside my mastermind music pricing calculator, I'm going to be honest with you, because all these things are connected. And once you start doing it manually, you realize very quickly it's actually not that simple. And most photographers are undercharging by the thousands. Oh, and I also help you lower that 30% tax bill, way more than just home office tax deductions, but we'll get into that in one of the later videos. And here's the truth. Nobody wants to say, if you keep this pricing this way, you might stay busy, you might look successful, but underneath, you're building a business that is exhausting, underproductive, underprofitable, fragile, and eventually it's unsustainable long-term, which means one day you'll either burn out or you'll step away and tell yourself, just didn't work out. When my clients fix this, here's what they tell me. I was always self-conscious about my pricing. After learning my value and taking the time to calculate my business costs compared to my net income, I realized I was making $15 an hour on several large photo sessions. After I realized my business costs were way higher than I thought, I became more confident and almost doubled my wedding prices from $2,600 to over $5,000, added value and more heart, and booked all 3 wedding inquiries since then. So technically I booked 3 weddings for the price of 6. So when you say I need to make more money, the first place to look is not more leads. It's not more weddings, more marketing, more weekends away from your friends and family. It's, does my pricing even make sense in the first place? Okay, so I'll just raise my prices and get more leads. Sounds logical, maybe, except that's where a lot of people make their next big mistake. So in the next video, we're gonna talk about the thing that almost every photographer thinks they need, more leads, and that's probably why you're watching this whole series, and why that's sometimes true, but very often not true in the way that you think. If this video made you feel slightly cringy, good. That means you're starting to see what's actually going on underneath the hood of your business. I'll see you in the next video.